Here we are, another sunny day, not a cloud in the sky, and today we're working on the van. We want to focus on finishing the ceiling and the floor. Once we do that, sometime in the future, another couple of weeks, we can start building the bed, couch, drawer system, mount our TV monitor for our surveillance cameras, and get some wires in here and some type of solar hookup, and then we're rolling. We're taking this bad boy out on trips. All right, as usual, before we get too far down the trail, we have 100 Corporals Corner stainless steel 8-inch skillets with that classic removable handle dropping to my website as we speak, corporalscorner.com, and that link is located in my video description box. Once you go there, don't forget to grab a skillet bag and patch. Once again, corporalscorner.com. We have 100 dropping right now. They go fast. Grab them while you can. First things first, the ceiling. We have that insulated ceiling that matches our walls. We want to get that up there, and that's going to be a task with my injured arm, but we're going to get it done. The floor system is a simple 1/2-inch foam with a rigid rubberized coating on top of it. It's so simple it's stupid. You just unroll it and lay it down. I'm going to go with that route for now because I don't want to get too crazy in here with foam insulated padding that's 1 inch thick and then wood around that and then plywood. That's overkill for what I want. Remember, we want this thing to be multi-use. I want to be able to take everything out of here in 15, 20 minutes and put in 10 to 12 foot 2x4s if I need to. I want to take the bed out if I have to and just leave the couch. The couch can fold up against the wall. I want to take everything out and add 2 extra seats. So the easiest way to accomplish that is to keep things simple. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So this is just a pool noodle piece of foam cut in half. And we're going to stick it in between here and make up the gap between these sheets. There we go. All right, so think back to a few weeks ago when we actually finished the walls and put our insulated panels on. The ceiling is going to be the exact same thing. So we're going to go over here, open this box up. You're going to notice that's reflective on one side. That goes up. And this nice rough polymer plastic material goes outward. And the real trick's going to be getting it up there. It should come in several pieces, so it's not really that heavy. It's just awkward. But we'll get there. And there's our ceiling right there. And the nice reflective material on the opposite end. All right, so we got options to place lights in here. We're not going to do that. We have one light right there and nothing else here. So we're going to just tape that way this reflective stuff doesn't fall off because it's pre-cut. Now we got to fold everything this direction, and there's actual score marks on the ends here. We'll fold those and then place it up underneath the foam on that side, and it should end somewhere around here, and then the second piece will go on over there. So this opening right here has to match that light right above it. So I figure we'll start in the back, and wherever those pins land at, we're going to pop them in, because there's no wiggle room or option for this. It has to go right there. And then I can adjust the front piece that way. So there's our disconnected light, and it can be free floating in there. And what I'll do is just relocate the actual housing for it and secure it with self-tapping screws into that rib up there. So it shouldn't be a problem. It was over here, it's gonna go over here, and that hole's right there at the opening. So it should work out now. I have to just go up and then pull this thing through and let it just dangle there. Not a problem. We had to remove that with those wire straps that were in here, and we're slowly working our way back. And we had talked about this in the second video, that it was temporary to hold it in place, and then we just pop them back out and it'd be good to go. So on that note, let's go ahead and give it a shot here. And there's that hole right there. There we go. Boom. There we go. So here we have a seam attachment for the ceiling. Both pieces pop into there, and then you don't see that seam anymore. So let's get this installed. So the trick is to get that first corner in there. There we go. And work it all the way around. There we go. Just like that. All right, so now this one's gonna go underneath the existing cover there and then into that plastic seam. As far as that's going to go. So there's our cab light in the front. We're going to pan down. And there's a light fixture in the back. And our seam. One thing with this, I got to replace this step cover. I have a new one at the house. You see it's going to come right off. There's about 4 or 5 clips on here that actually hold it down, and I think they're sheared off. But I have a brand new one, so I'll go ahead and put that on. Then that's going to go on top of this and actually hold that down. On the back side, all we got to do is use a couple screws with some washers on them that come with this and actually screw it down. But it says to actually do this first. So once I replace this, then I'll go ahead and pull it tight and tack it down. Got 2 right there, and then I need a longer piece for that one, and then we got one installed right there. Then we can come back later and actually paint these, and it actually will match the white interior against the gray. Then at a later date we can come back and actually do those back there once I reroute the wires. So trying to reinstall this, it actually broke right there. But that's an easy fix because anywhere, Junkyard USA, I'm quite sure they got a Chevy Express or a GMC Savannah, and I can just pull one of those out and replace it down the road at a later date. So I'm not too worried about it. In the meantime, I can just tuck it up there like that or pop a screw in that little hole right there. The light still works, so it's not a problem. Last thing, that spot on the left and the right, there's small like little pop-out partitions that go on there. They were removed because there was a wall there. If you think back to the first video that I did, there was like a cage wall that went there. And in order to install that, you got to pop those off. There's foam behind them, and it's meant to tie in underneath the cab right there. And there's small slots, you can see them right there. And that hole actually screws in, and it slides in and pops into those little indentations there. So again, along with that light, going to a simple junkyard, I can just remove the left one and the right one, bring it here and pop them in, and it should be good to go. So honestly, right now we're at that point where we can start building the wooden frame on this back half over here for a full-size bed with storage space underneath, where I'm currently sitting. Well, that fold-down couch with storage space underneath that as well. And then we'll just go from there. So we started off strong, 70, 80,000 views on this series, and now we're dwindling down to like 20,000. So that means people are not interested. So instead of wasting any more of your time, what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and stop this build as far as filming it. I'm going to build everything, and I'll take pictures here and there and small video clips, post them on Instagram. And when we're done with everything and I take this thing out on the road, I'll take all 5 or 6 parts that we filmed so far and add what I didn't show, like the bed frame and things like that. We'll throw it all into one 20-minute video. That way people can watch it and just see random quick action and get it done. There's no point wasting your time or wasting mine filming it. So you're going to see everything, the end result, in a final video, as well as when I take this thing out. The goal is to have it done by end of May. We're looking at probably 2nd to 3rd week of May right now for that. If something drastic happens, like we get rainstorm for 2 weeks straight to where everything's just a soupy mess, then we'll go ahead and default back to filming it. But, you know, it is what it is. Don't forget, we have the 100 Corporals Corner skillets dropping to my website as we speak with that classic removable handle. Grab a skillet bag and patch. Fair warning right now, in the next probably 2 months or so, we're going to discontinue that skillet and make room for something else. So if you're saving up to get one, grab them now, grab them while you can. On that note, let's go ahead and get out of here. With that, all the gear in my videos can be found in one spot. My website, corporalscorner.com, and that link is located in my video description box. Now please do me that favor, hit that like and subscribe button, then ring that notification bell. Once you ring that bell, please select all notifications. And as always, thank you for your comments, views, and support. Thanks for watching. Get out in the field, have some fun. I'm going to catch you next time.